Closing the Achievement Gap. Is investing in high quality early childhood education a viable option? By Maria Aleman. This presentation focuses on the existing achievement gap between disadvantaged children experiencing risk factors and their advantaged counterparts. Risk factors include, but are not limited to, poverty, low parental education, native language other than English, and identified disabilities. Early learning environments differ across racial and class lines. These differences contribute to very large gaps in language, cognitive skills, and social emotional skills. The quality of care or education that preschool children receive varies from program to program. These differences are often attributed to racial imbalance within the programs. Meek and O'Kelly Wingate suggest that this racial imbalance is due to inequality in access to housing and segregation of neighborhoods. Other factors associated with the imbalance and quality of early childhood programs is the teacher's qualifications or education, ability, disposition, and compensation. Affordability, availability, and access to early childhood education programs are structural factors that affect low-income families. Educators, especially those who work with this age group, should be aware of this problem or need because they have firsthand knowledge of the benefits that early childhood education programs provide in the positive development of children. Factors that contribute to high-quality programs include the physical environment, curricula, teacher-child interactions, and staff education and disposition. All of these factors are within the educator's control. For decades, research has demonstrated that during the first 5 years of a child's life, there is an extraordinary amount of development that is occurring in the brain. Connections in the brain become stronger through repeated experiences, which include being read to every day, opportunities to develop gross and fine motor skills, opportunities to develop social skills, and daily exposure to rich language. The more complex cognitive capacities that a child's brain will develop as they grow build on the earlier foundational skills. Because of a child's quickly developing brain, lack of certain experiences will have negative effects on later educational and social outcomes. The window of opportunity is small. For low-income children, high-quality early childhood education programs provide many of the experiences and skills that help build a foundation for later school success. In addition, these programs can play a vital role in narrowing the achievement gap between disadvantaged children and their advantaged counterparts. Inequalities in early childhood education programs exist due to the racial and ethnic differences that exist in enrollment and in the quality of care or education provided. Studies conducted on the effectiveness of state pre-K programs and Head Start found that children attending state pre-K programs scored higher on assessments than did the children attending Head Start programs. One possible explanation is that the state pre-K programs hire more qualified teachers, they pay their teachers more, and they offer a more academically oriented curriculum. For low-income families, affordability, availability, and access to early childhood education programs is very daunting. Programs differ significantly according to cost, so most often high-quality programs will be out of the reach of these families. Not only is cost a barrier for low-income families, but there may be a fewer options in the predominantly segregated communities where they reside. Another barrier that results in inequality is transportation. Many low-income families do not own vehicles, and if programs are not located within walking distance or located along transportation routes, then participation in a program is highly unlikely. According to the authors of Money Matters for Early Education, differences in early childhood education programs may be attributed to teacher abilities, education, disposition, and compensation. Educators who, due to lack of formal education, are paid less will most likely provide lower level literacy environments. Staff commitment and stability are also associated with lower quality programs. Educators, both present and prospective, must understand the achievement gap that exists between students of color and white students if they are to provide high quality education and make a positive impact on the educational outcomes of their students.